Hey guys, so I'm back again for the second video in my series on farming bonus bets and making risk-free profit in the sports betting world. Now, if you saw the last video, you'll know that we've just signed up to our promotional account, William Hill, and taken up their match deposit offer, and also signed up to the betting exchange Betfair. Now, if you want to skip ahead to what's most relevant to you, as always, there'll be some timestamps in the description. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick up from where we left off in the first video. Now, what I'm going to go over today is really the foundation of our entire strategy. And once you understand how this works and get your head around what the basic logic behind it is, what I go over in future videos is going to come really easily and intuitively to you, okay? So to flesh out those principles, what we're going to look at today is what I call the turnover. Now, before I define what the turnover is, here's the context surrounding it. So whenever you sign up to a promotional account and get a match deposit bonus offer, before you can actually withdraw your initial deposit, your real fiat, there's certain terms that you have to adhere to. And these terms are how these big bookies make these promotions viable in the first place, okay? Because they force the average punter to bet through their real money a certain amount of times at certain odds or higher before they can withdraw it. Now, what we want to do, on the other hand, is rather than blindly betting through that money, we want to hedge our bets through the principles of arbitrage betting and guarantee ourselves a very small loss. Sometimes even a very small profit if we're really lucky and the odds are in our favor. But normally, what we're aiming to do is lock in a very small loss of around 5% or so. Okay? Now, what we should do first of all, before I go into how we actually do that, is just look at the terms and conditions on the William Hill website. Okay? Now, if you saw the first video, you'll know that I found this match deposit offer just via Google. If you're not sure how that works, just go back to the first video and check it out. But look, we're here on the main promotional page, and as you can see, the terms and conditions are just here. So we open them up, and there's a whole swathe of information. But what we're most interested in for now are the turnover requirements. So, as you can see, for William Hill, both the initial deposit and any proceeds from winning bonus bets must be turned over once at odds of $1.50 or greater before they can be withdrawn, okay? Now, the way we turn over bonus bets is slightly different to how we turn over the deposits. So I'll go over the bonus bets a bit later, but for the initial deposits, turning them over at $1.50 or greater only once is really, really easy to do, okay? And that's one of the reasons why William Hill are part of my selection of gold standard bookies when it comes to farming bonus bets. Number one, they're super reliable and trustworthy. And number two, their terms are really easy to adhere to. Now, this isn't always the case, and you have to take each bookie at its individual terms and conditions because they do vary quite a bit. And there are some which make it impossible for us to make any money because you might have to turn over your deposit 10 times, for example. And by the time we've done that, our profit is wiped out, essentially. So always look into the terms. If you're not sure how to interpret them, leave a comment and I'll be happy to help you out. And I'm also planning to punch out an article at some stage which really fleshes out the turnover requirements and all these other terms as well. But for now, let's get right into how we turn it over through the principles of arbitraging, okay? Now, how we arbitrage is really centered around doing something which is quite unique to most sports bettors. The average punter is not aware that in addition to placing bets with bookies, it's also really easy to become a one-man sportsbook and actually take bets from other punters, okay? And that's what our Betfair account is for. And once you understand that we can take bets as well as placing bets, you'll see how easy it is for us to hedge our bets and to guarantee the smallest loss possible, okay? So I've just whipped up a quick document to illustrate how that principle works, right? So remember, we've got to turn over our deposit at odds of $1.50 or greater. So let's imagine a hypothetical scenario where Manchester City are paying $1.50 to beat Crystal Palace in the EPL. Okay, what we can do is place a $500 bet with our promotional account William Hill on Manchester City to win at $1.50, and just like that, our turnover requirements have been met. But we don't want to risk anything, right? We want to risk as little as possible. There's always a chance that Palace will get the draw or even get the win, okay? So what we do next is go to Betfair, right? And Betfair is a platform which allows individuals like you and me to become a one-man sportsbook and actually take bets from other punters who are looking to place their own bets, okay? And this really changes everything, because what we can do now is take a $500 bet, right, on Manchester City to beat Palace, okay? So we place a bet and we take a bet. Now what we can look at next are the two possible outcomes, which are either a Manchester City win or a draw and a Palace win, right? So for the first outcome, if City do win, given what the odds were, and given how much our bet was at 500, we would win $250 with William Hill. At the same time though, that punter who we've taken a bet from wins his or her bets, and we have to therefore pay them out as the bookie. So we pay them out $250, right? So our Betfair account loses $250, our William Hill account makes $250, and the end result is that we are back where we started. We haven't lost anything, we haven't made anything, but our bet's now turned over and our fiat is withdrawable, okay? And the situation is the same in scenario 2. If it's a draw or a Palace win, we lose that big bet with William Hill, but on the other hand, the punter loses their bet with us and we keep what they bet, okay? We keep their $500 bet. So we're down 500 with William Hill, but we're up 500 with Betfair. And again, we're back where we started. We haven't lost anything, we haven't made anything. So regardless of what the outcome is, we get to keep our money, and now our deposit is withdrawable with William Hill, our promotional accounts, and we can take the next step into farming those bonus bets and making some real serious profit, okay? Now the one caveat to all that is, like I said in the first video, realistically, we're not going to lose nothing. We're probably going to lose a small amount, like 5%. So we get back 95% because of two reasons, okay? Firstly, Betfair takes a small fee, right, to what's called lay bets, and that eats into our arbitrage. And number 2, the punters on Betfair are going to be more discerning than the punters on a William Hill-like platform. So they're going to want higher odds, okay? So we might have to take a bet at, say, $1.55 rather than $1.50, okay? But still, getting 95% back of our 500 is a great result. You know, it's what we're after. So that's probably it for now. What I'm going to go into in the next video is, I guess, the mechanics of how we use Betfair. I'll go over the UI and how to actually use the platform. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.